Breaking news, my wonderful people, honestly happening now. Akeredolu, the governor of Ondo State, has hailed the northern governors, monarchs, over the same call he's been calling for, state policing, constitutional amendment. Initially, they said it was a southern thing because the south feel that they are being neglected. If you look at the constitution, those that wrote those constitution were basically military guys from the north, and human being with the tendency of selfishness. So some of the states from the south were carved into the north. State like Kogi, Kwara, were carved into the north. And at the end of the day, they're doing it so that it calls for like power, so that they can stay relevant. But you've forgotten that you can try to, do things, humanly speaking, to put you on top. But if God not put you on top, you cannot stay on top. And even when you get there, there are things to do to stay on top. It does not just happen. So these are some of the things that are going on, why everyone must begin to look at things. The governors, the monarchs are calling for state policing and saying the constitution must be amended. Please don't forget to give us a thumbs up, like us, share, subscribe. Thank you. The chairman of the Southern Governors Forum and the governor of Ondo State, Olurotimi Akeredolu, has hailed the northern state governors and northern traditional rulers councils over their call for the establishment of state police across the country. The northern governors and traditional rulers had earlier called for the immediate establishment of state policing in order to address the continuous insecurity challenges in the country. Reacting to the gesture, Akeredolu, in a statement personally signed by him, described the northern colleagues as great patriots, saying the development will address the continuous insecurity challenges in the country. According to the Ondo State Governor, the decision of the governors reflected the current reality, and there is no better time for the state police than now, when the confidence in the capacity of the federal government is rescued to rescue the country from the shaking current insecurity. Akeredolu stated in a statement that the Southern Governors Forum received with great relief the news of the resolution of the 19 northern states governors and northern traditional rulers council to call for the immediate establishment of the state police to address the continuous insecurity challenges in the country. The decision to support the call for the constitutional amendment to reflect the current reality could not have come at a better time than now, when the confidence and capacity of the federal government to secure the nation is shaken and Nigerians have no confidence in the government at all. All patriots must salute the courage of the 19 governors from the north, traditional rulers, councils, for their stake and their critical movement to ensure the country is safe. We, on our own part at the Southern Governors Forum, have continued to reiterate the fact that the inconsistency in the government doing the right thing for the people have led to the massive insecurity being addressed, not being able to be addressed by the government. We will continue to insist on the creation of state police as the only legal way to solve the problem of insecurity in our land today. In addition to this, we shall not fail to review the call for the adoption of police gadgets towards the real revolution to power in the federal unit, indeed, to rescue the nation currently today. So this is what is happening, my wonderful people. Olurotimi Akeredolu is very excited, really, really excited at what is happening. Is really excited and saying, oh, it's about time we move forward. The northern governors have come together and they've made up their mind. They've submitted themselves to ensure that they are now speaking with one voice. Because the thing is, with disunity anyway, if you have two friends and their minds are not one, hey, dear, that's where you see betrayal. That's where you see a lot of things. But when you have two friends and their mind is one, you say, can any two agree to do anything except they be agreed? Once they agree, once they are together as one, once they have made up their mind and no one is wavering. Because the truth about, unity It's not a thing. We've discussed that we'll agree to do something. I may be in agreement, but you don't see my heart. And you may verbally say you are in agreement, but your heart is different. So it's more a thing that is not seen by the human eyes. So the people, okay, the spiritual realm that judges the heart of men will not see if really we are in agreement. So when agreements become the order of the day, there will be no manipulation that others can do. They may try, but it will not stand. So the position of standing in agreement is not negotiable. For the northern governors now to come on board and say, we think it is about time we work together. Oh, that's a breath of fresh air. That's the dawn of a new day there. That's people trying to come together and make things work. And once people agree, okay, there was a time some guys came together and said, let's build a massive tower that we get into the heavens. Let's go and even see God and see how it looks like. And guess what? Nobody in his heart said no. Everybody has what we call singleness of oneness, purpose, heart, and purpose. There was the aim was the same, the vision was the same, the strategy, the position was one and the same. Even God came down, looked and said, these people are one. Anything they have agreed will be done for them. So what are we talking about? The power of unity. If the northern governors can stand with the southern governors and say, we want to deal with insecurity, forget Buhari, it will be done. And so if they come together and say, okay, the state policing is what we're going to do, it will be done. Do you see where we are coming from? So we cannot overemphasize the fact that when people work together, when people, do everything they can to be one, oh dear, things will begin to really look really very, very nice. And before you could say Jack Robinson, things will line up quite nicely. So the days for us to begin to work on us being one so as to achieve our aim and purpose is now. Because why we're speaking on the power of unity is because we are more fragmented than you can imagine. There is the issue of the North and the South, in case you're not aware. Oh dear, it's there. It's there. Try take from the South, take an Hausa boy home and hear your parents. Just hear from the South, just hear your parents. You'll be like, is this the same mom, for instance, that go to church and pray and do this? Speaking about unity, then you will do you get where we are coming from? Exactly. So there is that division. Say, it's from the North. It's from the North. You see, leave us a comment. Don't forget to like us, share, subscribe. Bye for now.